Hey, what's up, traders? So I've had a bunch of questions about what this DC button is on my montage. So I wanted to make a quick video just to go over this so that I can refer to it and not have to worry about trying to explain it every single time. DC is just an abbreviation for double click. So let's actually go over here to this move here. So say Tesla's moving up pretty well and it's going up through 301 and we decide we want to get short. So what I'm going to be looking for is I've been using VWAP, but you can use whatever you want. The purpose of this button is to determine a range that the ticker is currently using as far as how far up and down it may possibly go and be able to determine your share size based off of that range very quickly. Instead of having to, say, okay, it's at 301, it went through previous resistance at 299, so that's $2, and then I would have to do some math, or I could have buttons, for $2 specifically on my montage. However, this works for everything. So what I would do is I would double click, and when I double click, you'll see if I'm using this previous resistance, I double click anywhere near it, and you'll see it populates the montage with where I double clicked. So 298.7. So then I would hit this button, and it's not going to work right now because this is obviously Saturday, market's closed, and there's no given price. But what it's going to do is it's going to take the current bid price. So let's say it's making that move up at 301.25, and it wants to, just start to jiggle there or make a top or even go higher. It doesn't really matter. But what it's going to do is it's going to take that current bid price and where you double clicked, and it's going to determine based off of what's inside this hotkey, which is now a hot button. They're the same thing. I just took a hotkey, made it a script, and turned it into a hot button, which there's a whole nother video on my channel about that. I'm not going to get into that right now. And it's going to determine a share size. So right now I have it set to $20. So if I double click up here at 301, or if I double click down here at 299 and the price is at 301, and so that's $2 difference. If I needed to make $20 on that, that would give us what? 2 shares, right? Yeah, 2 shares. Am I saying that right? No, I'm thinking about when Tesla was a lot bigger. It would be 20 shares, right? 20 per dollar, or it would be 10 shares, right? Because we need to go $2. This is why I don't math. This is why I have buttons do it for me. So you would have 10 shares, because to get back down from 301 to 299, to make $20, it would give you 10 shares. So let's say we had the same thing, but it was $3.10 versus $2.90, right? Now, instead of having to move $2, we would have to move only 20 cents. So in order to make that same $20.20, it would no longer be 10 shares, it would be 100 shares, right? So this button will determine that for you just by simply having a key area that you want to double click. I use VWAP just because it's easier. So I would double click VWAP. It's at 297.19. It would use the current bid price, and it will give me share size based off of that range and how much I'm looking to risk or make. You can kind of set it up however you want. That's kind of what that's for. I'll leave the script for this double click button. Right now, I'll leave it as is. I have it set. So this share equals $20 or share equals 20. That is basically the amount that you are looking to make if the price were to go from the current bid price back down to the previous or where you double click. So if, like I said, if it's at 301 and you double click at 299, where you double click at 299, that exact price is where it's going to be exactly $20 via this hotkey or hot button if the price goes down to that from the current bid price. So if you want to change that to say $100, where you double click from the current price to that, you would have to just change this share equals 20 to share equals 100. And now it would be exactly $100 based off of where you double click. Now you can double click anywhere. You could say, I want it to go back to low a day. So if you want to look for low a day as your take profit and you're looking to make $100 there, then you double click down here. And from that current bid price, it would have to get all the way down to the lows, and you would make exactly that amount that is inside the hot button. So it's really nice because when I pull a chart up and if it's moving really fast, I don't have to look over at the price and be like, okay, it's moved 50 cents, but it, looks like the range could be $1, whatever it may be. I literally just look at the price, see how it's moving. I double click where I like to double click, which if VWAP is moving up, say it's a volume out of nowhere, sometimes VWAP will be going too fast, then I will use previous resistance. But most of the time I'll be using VWAP because I like to look at VWAP as just a nice area of how much the ticker has extended away from that area, where sometimes there might be something that goes just through previous resistance, but it made a huge move off the bottom and it's really starting to struggle right there. But VWAP is all the way down where I can get a more accurate determination of the range. Where if I were just to use previous resistance and it just barely went through, that wouldn't be a good indication of where I can determine share size off of, because it's still right there with it. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully there's some explanation. If you do have any questions about it, feel free to ask down below in the comments section, or you could join the Discord or find me on Twitter. Both of those are down in the description as well. And I will see you guys soon. Peace.